Yo, who's the best three? Who's the top three? I wanna go and see. Okay, honestly, who's gonna keep it real? Who's gonna keep it a buck? I feel like I'm stuck in a tornado tuck. And I got these rocks and these blocks against everything that I have. Venting in the streets like I didn't have a laugh. Venting in the streets like I couldn't see back at my past. Back when I had joy. Back when I had noise. Back when I had hype. I had these hoes feeling right. I had these hoes chasing me. I had these girls wanna be with me like they wanna get me and see me every day. Okay, then I started to make some wrong plays, ended up on Mary Jane, ended up on Hell Bells. Well, everything went back to the Torah. I was like, yo, I can't feel my story right, so I ended up on meds feeling right. I felt like I had enough hoes, so I had enough bros that I couldn't trust. So I was like, yo, it's a must to go back to this rap stuff. Okay, I never got in the jump, never got in the lane, never getting myself paid by these rap stars that make the same way of play that I make myself get that same drain of the same pain in the lane while they trying to sip and see all these memories, all these stories that they tell is part of the same shit that I dealt. Maybe that's the help, maybe that's okay, maybe that's the streets that keeps you honestly in the same rotation field. Maybe I'll keep it real, but I can't it up. Being too honey, being too lovely, being too dummy, being too kill, too trill, to make myself get myself in these hills where I get myself stealed, where I get myself killed. I didn't understand, I was just a young man that had enough fans, that had enough plans, but besides that I had my health. I had my wealth, I had my funny side, I had my charisma, I had enough to be on the system. They were like, hey, why don't we get this guy? He seems okay. He seems like he makes plays. He seems like he grows, texts him all day and he gets enough fame. It could be insane in the game when he makes myself feel less insane in the brain. I'll be like, yo, why don't we chase this guy game and make him insane in the brain so he never makes it out the game and becomes rich and famous like all these mistakes that he has. Maybe he laughs with the wrong crew, maybe he doesn't understand dudes that don't like him and can be beside him, but he keeps it real like he kept me in the same building, like he got enough feelings for everybody. That gets you stuck in the buck, like understanding words talk, like you can't lift it up unless you got the right genes. You can't make memories with the wrong fiends. I was like, yo, okay, why don't you say this and that? Why don't you make myself understand? Make me that hand and be like he got bands. Make me understand why I can't figure out myself in the health. I realized I had help. I realized I went with myself and my health. I ended up feeling my meds. I ended up feeling my health. I ended up getting help and I ended up finding wealth. I ended up getting help and I ended up filling out all these hoes from the back like they got their back ass, and I clapped them mad fast and I ended up fast to cash up to these hoes. Back with the bros that never had the hoes. Ended up begging me get these hoes like, yo, these girls ended up feeling some type of way when they realized I had these hoes on me like, hey, these guys made enough to make myself in that way.